Links and loops. Make the connection today on Beads, Baubles, and Jewels. Artist and author Lisa Pavelka joins me now, and we are going to talk about the art of links. Let's take a look at the gorgeous necklace we're going to be working on. You want to talk about that a little?
I'd love to. A lot of times when we're working with sterling silver links, and these are components, some of them you see are set with turquoise and onyx, which a lot of times people think of as more of a dress-down casual look.
Yeah, with jeans or something like that.
Exactly, right. But here we've done a project that is really glamorous. I mean, it's suitable for nighttime, a beautiful black strapless dress.
Or a nice transition piece to go from the jeans to something that's a little bit dressier maybe
You
in
could
the
do
evening,
that too,
which is good. Great.
Right.
Well, let's get started.
Okay. Well, links are a lot of fun, and they're ideal for beginners. It may look a little complicated, but it's actually easier than you'd think. And what I have here are several components that are set in sterling silver. And what we're going to be attaching them with is jump rings. And jump rings are very easy to work with if a beginner hasn't handled them before.
Right.
And what I've gone ahead and done is brought a larger jump ring. We're going to use this to illustrate, just to see. And you need chain nose pliers, round nose pliers, or flat nose pliers, a combination of the two. Or
good tools to work with.
Right, what you use to open a link. So I'm actually just going to pick this up and grasp it real firmly, and I'm going to take my other pliers, and when you open it, you always want to twist the ends away from each other. You never want to pull them apart, creating a gap, because what's going to happen is that's going to distort that round shape when we go to reclose it. But a little tip I like to do is when I close a link, I actually put a little pressure in there. Let's see, I'll get those realigned, so that it's almost slightly overlapping, so that when they come together, there's a little tension on those ends, and that's going to hold that link together much more securely.
Because you want to keep that round shape as well.
Right.
Good.
So I've already got an open link in here inserted between these two components, and I'm just going to show you. It's not that hard when you have your components to put these together. Just make sure you get that nice and close, and if you have to, you can go back over and bring it back in. So you see we've got the strand here all lined up. And then on the right side, I've gone ahead and attached all those components together.
So that's all attached with jump rings?
That's exactly how it's put together. And that's just the body of our necklace. And now we're going to go ahead, before we add the focal point, we're going to create some dangles. And we were using... let's move this aside.
Slide this over so you can see it there.
These are number 6 seed beads. And we're using sterling silver head pins. We're going to turn some of these into eye pins. And to start with, I'm going to go ahead and string 3 of these right on here. I'm going to just set this out of the way. Right on here. And I'm just going to work towards the end, and I'm going to use my thumb here. If you don't have a nail or you don't want to get a ridge in it, you can also use a thimble. So I'm just going to bend this back towards me about 3/8 of an inch. And using my round nose pliers, I'm going in about 3/8 of an inch. I'm going to roll this forward half a turn, and I'm going to flip it back towards me so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to continue bringing that back until it closes it nice and tight.
That's perfect.
Okay? Now these are really nice round nose pliers because they have a wire cutter built right into them. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to cut off the head of this pin. Now I'm going to aim it down and into something soft so it doesn't go flying at us.
And that's a good tip, because you just don't,
Exactly. Now to make my other pin, I'm going to make sure that I'm aligned with my eye pin, and just pull this back again, trim it to 3/4 of an inch in length, and do the same thing. That's going to create this double loop dangle at the bottom. Now, some of our components are going to only have a loop at one end, so we want to string the beads on there and leave the head pin at one end.
So it stays in place.
Exactly. We don't need a loop.
Double use for it, which is
great. So you see I've created several over here. That one with the double head is going to connect. This is our center focal piece that brings the 2 strands together. That will connect, and you see we don't need any jump rings between it because that loop we made acts as our jump ring. So that will connect to here, and this beautiful, delicate sterling silver flower link will connect to the bottom. Then we come all over here, and you see I've lined up some of the dangles that we've made, and those are going to go into the little extra loops hanging down from our links.
Such a nice design to finish off the necklace.
Right. Well, and the very end of it is I'm going to add a fancy scroll work, sterling silver clasp, and of course that's connected using the jump rings yet again.
And those are nice, so it removes a little bit. You could see the beautiful clasp on the end. It's part of the design as well.
Yes.
Which is good. Great. So as you can see, this is our finished product, beautiful necklace, and you've made something else that coordinates with the necklace, correct?
Yes, I did. It was so fun. I couldn't just stop at a necklace, could I?
No, you have to have earrings.
That's right. You must have earrings. And you see I've done something a little bit different. At the bottom, I added just single dangles, but I used turquoise colored seed beads, also the number 6, and mixed up the sequence a little bit.
And you can do that with turquoise. I don't think people think you can mix, different shades of turquoise. It comes in so many.
Right. Well, it comes in so many different grades, and I think it's okay to mix them.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's take a look at some of the other projects. Now, it's not just for necklaces.
No.
Of course, you can do bracelets as well, and that's where we're going to start.
Right. Well, with the bracelets, you see a variety there. Some that I've added dangles to. There's some that feature just sections of chain connecting the links. And one of the really neat things about working with these links is, say you've got this beautiful necklace you made, but the colors don't go right. And you can always very easily open it up and change out your links with another style of link.
I never thought of that.
Reassemble an entirely new necklace in a matter of minutes.
So you have the basics there, you're just changing out the colors. So
Right.
you can always change your jewelry. Nice versatility.
Yep.
So tell me about the necklaces as well.
Well, you see I've used some of the same components on the necklace with the crystals that I did in the project we just finished, but the crystals give it a real fun, sparkly feeling, and it's a lighter look.
Yes, and dressier, too.
Yes, very much dressier. And with the turquoise one, you see I've used the stone set sterling components as the dangles as well.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Well, I can't wait to see the next winner of the Bead Dreams contest. Then our special guest is Susan Leonard Casimir with a fascinating look at the history of talismans.